Well, now to the news of the day. A federal judge has just ordered the White House to restore a CNN reporter's press pass. The news network filed a lawsuit against Jim Acosta. He was banned from the building where he works every day. After this confrontation with the president, Acosta was accused of, quote, laying hands on a White House aide who attempted to take his microphone. The judge said his decision was based on the Fifth Amendment and that Acosta was denied his right of due process. Tori, I want to go to you. You defended President Trump to some degree here. Do you still stand behind that?
I defended Trump during the the fight back. I thought Acosta went over the line. I did not think he should have had his press badge taken away.
Do you think he put his hands on the
No,
White
and
House
I think
aide?
that video has been sped up, and they've proved that. InfoWars, Alex Jones, that was the video. I just want to give some words that we're all going to say together. Say arbitrary.
Arbitrary.
And capricious.
Capricious.
So these are important constitutional words. What happened here is the government is not allowed to perform duties that are arbitrary and capricious. And all that means is on a whim. You can't do things without reason, without telling us why. So Timothy Kelly, the federal judge here, said it was a shroud of mystery why they took that badge away, and therefore Jim Acosta's rights were violated. His due process was arbitrary and capriciously taken away. And that's why.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you agree with this judge's decision?
No,
to
I don't.
reinstate
And
his press pass?
for one thing, it's temporary. It'll be adjudicated at a later date. They'll hear more about it. There is no constitutional obligation to a press conference. It doesn't exist in our Constitution. All that matters in the First Amendment especially is that the press can give opinions, it can deliver information. This press conference is a privilege, it is not a right. That's very important to understand. Jim Acosta made this not the presidential press conference, the Jim Acosta press conference. He answered 2 of his questions and then asked more. Isn't that disrespectful to other journalists, to the 34 other journalists that are there who are trying to ask the president
The
questions?
other journalists didn't feel disrespected.
I guarantee you they did.
The other journalists that I have seen have come forward saying that he was doing his job. Could he have done it a little bit better? Maybe be a little bit more respectful? Yes.
But why hijack it, Sam?
But again, I don't think he was hijacking it, though. That's your opinion. My opinion is, could he have done it a little bit better? Yes, but I think he was following up his question. President Trump has been known, whether you like him or not, has been known to dodge questions, especially from reporters.
3 of them.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I can go through them with you
regardless,
now.
I don't feel like getting into this back and forth. I think it's a dangerous precedent to set for this president and future presidents to give the president the ability to say, I don't want this reporter,
this particular
that
person
I'm uncomfortable with because of their questions or whatever you want to call it. I think that that's a very slippery slope to slide down, in my opinion.
I just think it's a kind of a what's good for the goose is good for the gander mentality, because one, the order has already been lost in that room anyway. But 2, regardless of how I feel about someone personally, politically, I don't want them to have to suffer any injustices that I wouldn't want to have invoked on me or have me suffer as well. So I think that when it really comes down to it, press should be sticking together because they don't want for this to happen to them. And as Tori so eloquently said, it can happen to anyone if they happen to him.
Exactly. And he also said, just so you know, it caused irreparable harm to Jim Acosta. So they were saying, oh, CNN can have another person in there. But that doesn't get rid of the fact that Jim Acosta's rights were violated here, and a federal judge just said that.
But what's the right?
The right is to have due process. You're not allowed to just take someone's freedom of press without explaining why if you're the government.
They can take that credential for any reason they want to, because if he's
according to Timothy Kelly, the federal U.S. district judge, he says you can't.
Guarantee you that gets overruled in the coming weeks.
Well, we'll follow that. We'll see. You predicted it right here. DBL Nation, chime in. We would love to hear your thoughts.
And I predict it doesn't.
Okay. All right.
Say that.
Fair enough.
Okay.